get into the Dame Lillard conversation. We're gonna get
no, let's get into it.
Let's get into it because I think I love that. Yeah, because y'all are of the opinion that
he's a good fit in Miami.
Of course he is. He's a good fit anywhere. And if Dame wanted to go to Miami, by the way, like and he does want to go there. He said he wants to go there. He also said he wants to go to Brooklyn. But Dame wanted to go to Miami. Guess what?
Dirty ass air they got in Brooklyn.
Yeah, shut up. Jalen Brunson's being in the same air. Yo, if Dame wants to go to Brooklyn, I understand, and I understand that. I mean, not Brooklyn, Miami. If Dame wants to go to Miami, I understand that because guess what? Guess where I want to be. Miami or here. I want to be in Miami too. So I understand the logic of just the lifestyle and living there beyond the basketball part. I know the basketball part.
You're not selling me on Brooklyn right now. This is
I'll get there. You ain't gotta worry. You don't gotta worry about me selling you on Brooklyn. I'm about to get there right now. Moral of the story is, look, man, in the quote, right, that he said, he mentioned Miami first, them being a destination for him. But he then shortly after, maybe a few seconds after, mentioned Brooklyn was a destination for him as well that he'd love to go to for all the same reasons he said about Miami. And I don't know Dame to be a diva. Dame's not a diva. So Dame's going to handle this in a way that most superstars don't handle it. Dame's going to give them two teams that he wants to go to, Brooklyn and Miami. He's going to say, look, I'm good with either place. All right. You guys make the best decision amongst whoever gives you the best package between those two teams. I'll go there happily, whichever place it is. That's where we're headed. And if we're headed there, then Brooklyn's going to blow their package out the water. That's just a fact. Brooklyn's going to blow their package out of the water because Nick Claxton is a wild card in the whole thing for them. They've got expiring contracts. For a rebuilding team, expiring contracts is valuable. You got Joe Harris expiring, Patty Mills expiring, Spencer Dinwiddie expiring. You got you could throw DFS if you want to in there. Whatever you want to do, they have so much flexibility in players. So many more players they can throw in there than Miami can. Miami's losing two of the most valuable players in free agency this summer. And on top of that, they got 11 to 13 picks in the next 6 years that they can throw in this deal, including their own picks from future years after the Houston debacle is over, right? So the Nets have a bunch of assets. It's clearly the better move for a rebuilding team is to trade with them than it is with Miami. That's not me being biased. That's me telling you a fact. Miami don't got the same level of picks. They've been aggressive. They've been in win now mode for years. It is not the same. Plus, Miami's good all the time. So if you're trading your own picks, if you're Miami, those picks aren't going to convey into great picks later on. But those Sun picks and those Dallas picks that the Nets have, especially those Dallas picks, they got the Kyrie down there. They got the guys. So that thing's going to burn at some point. And those picks are going to be very valuable. The Knicks have a couple of Dallas picks, I think, too. Those picks are going to be very, very valuable for a team. The Nets clearly have a better package. And if they throw Nick Claxton in there, it is a done deal. I don't want to do that, but it is a done deal. I reiterate, please don't do that. But if they had to, they could. And it blows any deal Miami could do out of the water. And I just don't think that Dame's going to say, it's Miami or bust. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. He didn't even sound like that in that clip. I didn't take that from that.
So is this the right move for Brooklyn?
So I already sold you. You already lost the argument.
No, I'm not. I didn't lose anything. It was a question. Like I'm saying, is this the right move for Brooklyn to try to go after Dame? Because does that put them that much higher in the Eastern Conference standings?
Okay. Well, to answer your question,
look, you said Claxton's going to get traded, most likely.
I didn't say that. I said it's a possibility. I said, please don't do that. I said they certainly could to sweeten the pot in case Miami got competitive, but Miami won't be competitive enough. They probably won't have to do that. But okay, go ahead. And by the way, Nick Claxton's deal is an expiring deal too. So it's even more appealing because they have his bird rights. They can just re-up his contract the way the Nets would this year. But go ahead, please.
No, I was going to say, I don't think this puts the Nets like that much higher in the Eastern Conference. Dame is tough, but he's getting up there. He's not exactly like if you look at his career, he's won in the playoffs for sure. It's cool. It's a great story in Portland. Nobody wants to be there, yada, yada, yada. But like, I don't see it. Like he has to go to a team that's already kind of positioned like the Celtics or the Heat.
Okay.
Where he can
Celtics.
Huh?
You don't want to go. He told.
Yeah, I know he doesn't want to go to the Celtics, but he's just the fact that he's being picky at this point, where it's like, okay,
he should be picky.
He should be picky. Okay, fine.
He should be picky. He's never been he's some low to the soul ass. He never even been a free agent. He he can be picky about where he wants to go at this point in his career. And he said publicly that Bridges is his favorite small forward in the NBA. He said that. He said it. He's been dropping these crumbs for a long time. And the Bam friendship came out of nowhere. Okay, cool. He wants to go to Miami. I don't blame the guy. But if you think that guy's in a corner of the Blazers and just sending him to that team over anywhere else, I'm sorry. I don't see it from him based on everything he's shown us throughout his career, who he is as a person. I don't see it. But okay, answering your next question about is it the right move for Brooklyn? The answer to that question is yes. The reason why it's the right move for Brooklyn is because Brooklyn cannot be bad. They just can't. They're not allowed to. But Houston has all their picks. Being bad doesn't benefit us in any real way. And middling out and being a middling team while you can't be bad is working backwards. It's what the Pacers did for a bunch of years throughout our lives with those Paul George teams that they thought were going to do something, and they're going to do nothing the entire time.
But then why wouldn't you save those picks for later on for somebody when you're more positioned to compete? Like I feel like they compete right now because they play hard. That's their main.
That won't change if they get Dame. That won't change the DNA of the team. That's the beautiful part about Dame. He's a culture setter. He's a culture. He's going to come in and it's going to be the same kind of energy. He's not. I mean, it won't be him playing great.
So they're going to go from what 6 to 5.5.
They go from 6. They go from 6 to that roster can go 6 to 3. If you keep Nick Claxton, you go 6. You can go 3 seed easy. By the way, here's the thing about Miles that's blowing my. You see, Miles, you're a fraud.
I'm a fraud. How?
You're a fraud because the Knicks, with the parity in the NBA right now, the Knicks legitimately could have been in the finals right now. I think we're just being real. The Knicks could have gone to the finals this year with Julius Randle on your team. You tell me that?
Yeah, that's because if you look at it, those contracts are steals. That's why they're not going to trade Randle.
That's not. It's not. But it's not even just the point. It's not even about the financials. It's about the construction of your team. You have Julius Randle on your team, which is your second best player. You're telling me a team with Dame and Mikal Bridges, the second best player on the team, with Cam Johnson, with Nick Claxton on a team like that, they can't go to the finals in the league full of parity this year? Of course,
Claxton won't be there. You're gonna have Steve Nash off the bench, but
whatever.
I don't know who else you're gonna have on that team. It's
you're acting like 3 guys are gonna get max contracts. Cam Johnson's not getting a max deal, and we both know that.
He's getting a lot of money though. He's getting at least 20 plus.
He's gonna get 120, probably 120. That's what he's gonna say. I'm just telling you, he's gonna be a 120 because
Is that 4 years or 5 years then?
4. He'll get like 120. He'll probably get 120, 110. That's what's gonna happen. The Nets are gonna match it. He'll be at 110, 120, and they'll bring in Dame, who's gonna be getting paid a truckload. But bringing in Dame is also good for the long play because guys want to play with him. The Nets have flexibility with the contracts they still have on their books with guys like Cam Johnson. That's a great tradable piece. They can go get a third guy, even in this new CBA, and form another super team and try to live that life if they want to. It gives them
no more super teams though. That's the thing. No, there's no more.
You can do it. It's just restricted. You can still build a super team, okay? But you won't. It is hard. The avenues of how you get better when you have a super team is much hard. It's much harder to do that. So. They've just made it harder for super teams to exist and be good for a long time, but they can exist. All right, the Suns are still trying to do that. You didn't see that?
They can exist for like a couple years.
That's fine. That's all they should exist for, anyways. They shouldn't exist for that long. Their shelf lives have never been that great, anyways. So if
you don't win in that window, then it's a waste. All those picks that you had, it's a waste.
But you go down swinging. I don't want to look at the call third strike with the bat on my shoulders. It's the same thing. It's the same analogy. You go down. The Nets tried. The Nets fans can respect the fact that the Nets tried with Kyrie, even though it was stupid, because Kyrie is stupid. With Kyrie and Kevin Durant and those guys, you tried. Okay? And James, it didn't work. Fine. But here they are, a golden opportunity to go get another guy of that caliber, Damian Lillard, who's better than Kyrie anyways, and start up that way, right? With Mikal, I love the core of what they could build if they got Damian Lillard, and I think they will. To be honest, I think they will. I don't think the Blazers are going to do much of that third pick. They're not going to move it. They're gonna go young because it's the right thing for them to do, and they've been going that way anyways. You traded Josh Hart middle of the year. What winning team doesn't want Josh Hart? He's the perfect player to have on a winning team. They traded Gary Payton. He helped the playoff team this year. He helped the Warriors big time. All right, like come on, guys, like. We know it's the inevitable is coming, and it'll be a bidding war between Miami and Brooklyn, and I think Brooklyn's going to win because Brooklyn has the better package to offer, and he's not going to sneeze at Brooklyn. He's not going to be like, oh, I don't want to go there. He's not. Even if they're the second choice, he's not going to be like, send me to Miami or his bust. Like, he's not going to do that. That's not Dame's body. That's not who he is. That's why I think it's going to go this way, but we'll see.
So he's okay with playing for the general.
Shut up, bro.
Real quick,
General Song? Why don't you say it?
real quick, Miles, right? So if Dame goes to Miami, what's that trade package looking like? And what do they look like afterwards? Are they still a championship contending team?
Oh, I love this question, Tone. Put him on the spot. Because what is the package they gonna offer that's better than the Nets package? Let's hear it, please. Build it for me. I'll beat it right now. Build a package.
All right, they're not going to get as many picks as what the Nets can give you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get Tyler Hero.
Oh wow.
You can get a few other people too.
Maybe
throw Pat Riley in there too.
Dwayne Dedman?
No. The package for the Nets is a lot better. I'll give you that. But I don't know. I think if I'm Portland, you keep that third pick. You bring in a budding star, possibly in Tyler Hero, and then that's a hell of a backcourt right there. Simons, Hero, you got Shaden Sharp, and then whoever the third pick is. Third pick could be,
it's gonna be Scoot.
Scoot, yeah. It could be Scoot. So then look at that
That's
team.
mad guards, bro. That's 4 guards. That's 4 starting guards in the same team. Tyler Hero doesn't make no sense for them. Think about it.
What? And then you can
Where's
trade
he gonna
Simons.
play?
You could trade Simons. You can make moves off of this. It's not like it's set in stone. They're not trading Simons.
They're not trading him, bro. I think they'd rather have Simons than have Tyler Hero, keeping it stacked.
All right, then you flip him. You take him for a year and then you flip him.
Bruh, I'm giving you expirings. I'll give you Cam Thomas too. I'm giving you expirings. Cam Thomas is cheaper and team control. Are you serious, bro? Yo,
Cam Thomas, ni hao.
Don't
get used to it.
You ain't sure. Yo, get out of here, bro. Yo, you admitted the Nets package is better. That's all I needed to hear.
It is. And we'll see what happens.
Oh my gosh. This Joker Miles is top 5.
He's stupid.
But if he picks the Heat, you don't think they'll figure it out?
No. If he straight up If he straight up said, I want to go to Miami and it's Miami or bust, I'm going to Miami. He's gonna end up in Miami. That's the way it goes. We all know that. Superstars choose where they go in these situations. I just don't think he's going to do that. I think him and Mikal Bridges are very close. And I think he's gonna give the Nets as much of a chance as the Heat to get his services. And I think he's gonna say, hey, I want to go to these 2 places. He told you guys, he told us all. We know he's gonna say, I want to go to one of these 2 places. I'll be happy at either location. Because I feel like I can get this. He feels like he can get the same thing accomplished in Brooklyn that he can in Miami. Call him crazy, but that's what he said. He said they're both rosters. He said they're both rosters that are capable of winning. He said that himself. I ain't say that. He said that. These are his words. Okay. So if he feels that way, then okay, like you get to pick the best of the 2 offers, whichever ones. And we all know, including Antonio, that the Brooklyn Nets have an offer that will blow their offer out of the water. Miami cannot compete with an offer from us. They can't.
They've already said that they're going to do a solid for him. If he asks out of Portland, which we'll see. It's like 60-40 right now because Dame is so loyal. He'd stay with Whole Foods over Acme. So I don't know. But I don't know. Like Dame, this is so puzzling with this whole situation.
My thing on it too, right? Respectfully to both teams, whatever team, if it's Brooklyn or Miami, with those rosters, 2-3 year window, not winning a championship either of them. If he really wants to win, to Miles's point, even the Greg mentioned this, but he won't go there. You go to Boston. If he wants to win a championship, I think at this point he kind of just want to be out. He don't really want to own up and say it. So being that Portland, like Greg said, hey, Dame, we love your loyalty, man, but we got to do what's best for us, and we want to go young. So now his hand is kind of getting forced. So if I got to leave, all right, I'm going to go to Miami or Brooklyn. But Miami, respectfully, Dame, Jimmy, and Bam doesn't get it done.
It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee.
The Nets is a building roster, and yes, Dame going to Brooklyn is all contingent if they could get another person over there.
Which they can.
That's the whole thing.
That's the thing. We all know they can. They can, even if you don't want to tell you, even if you don't want to admit it, like Miles, he's denial. He's so perplexed over there, scratching his head, because he's like, why does Dame want to go to Brooklyn? I don't understand. What's in Brooklyn? He wanted Brooklyn to be dead so bad. That's what you're seeing right now. We thought we were dead. No, like we were right here. And when we get him, then we're gonna run New York again. We'll be back up. It'll be back up. Put the word back out.
All right, yo, I can't wait till it doesn't happen. Like he goes somewhere else and it's like, yo, we tried, man. We tried. It's like, yo, I don't want to hear that. You're so confident that he's coming to Brooklyn and all this nasty air that we got in the city, the dirtiest city in the world.
Yo,
he wants to come here.
The Knicks share the same. So I love this, because if you want to go to the Knicks, then New York would something to be a utopia, right? And then you get the best air in the world, right? Yeah, okay.
That would be a bad decision for him to come to the Knicks.
Of course it would.
Like I don't want him to come to the Knicks.
Of course, we
got Brunson already. Why would we trade for another point guard?
Listen, you're not gonna get no argument from me about that. I'm just saying the Nets make perfect sense. He's been laying down the tea leaves for a long time about coming to the Nets. Him and Mikal are like that, or like this. The treacherous little twins, those two.
Yes, so, and don't use him sitting courtside as an excuse, because them $30 tickets, anybody could sit.
Shut up. Shut up, bro. All right, you buying me courtside tickets then? $30. You buy me courtside tickets to the Brooklyn game then.
All right. I think the Liberty are more expensive than the Nets.
Nigga, I heard that the Liberty charges people tweets to get in. Like if you tweet about the Liberty in a positive manner, you'll get into the game. That's how that go. Hey, whole time, I'll tell you this too. When he go to Brooklyn, when Dame gets to Brooklyn this for this next season, I'm going to Brooklyn. I'm going to a couple of Nets games. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be there front and center. There's a reason to go back. And I want to go back to support my guy Mikal anyways. Even if you don't go there, Mikal's there, I'm rocking with Mikal. But Mikal and Dame, I'm here for it. I'm here for it all the way. And it makes sense for the Nets to do it. They don't gain anything by sitting on their hands and not being aggressive. You got to be aggressive in this situation. Your picks are in Houston.